Hey, how you doing? It's me, your girl, Jenny Russell, with another edition of Health Elevation Corner. I hope you've had a fantastic week. And I hope, like me, you too remember you are blessed and highly favored, a magnet for miracles, the solution to someone's problem, and the answer to someone's prayer. And I hope this week I am the answer to the prayer of the person suffering from acid reflux. Acid reflux. What is acid reflux? It is when the food that goes down into the stomach, instead of going down, 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 and out, is coming back up into the esophagus, into that food trap, into that food valve, and burning, giving us chest pain or heartburn. That's what it feels like. That's what acid reflux is. So let's have a look at that and try and see if we can help you, if I can help you even, to be able to reverse engineer the issues you have with how you're eating, what you're eating, and how it's reacting within your body. So what you've got to think about is you have your chest, you have the diaphragm, you have the stomach. The stomach is under the diaphragm, just to the left, under the chest. So the diaphragm acts like a ceiling, like this kind of umbrella and ceiling that kind of stops the stomach coming up above the diaphragm into the chest. At the base of the esophagus, your tube that comes down from your throat into your stomach, there is a valve. It's called a lower esophageal sphincter. So sphincters are little muscular loops that close and open. We have them for our eliminatory canals at the front and back downstairs as well. So they allow you to, they close and they open. So you take your food into your mouth where your digestive process begins in the mouth. It goes down through the throat, down through the esophagus. It comes, the trap sphincter opens up. It goes into the stomach where the digestive process begins. Now, within the stomach, the pH balance, the acid in the stomach is only 1.9. But the acid within the body is 7.2 to 7.4. So that gives you an idea of how strong and how the burning ability it has, right? So if that 1.9 acid was to touch your skin, it would burn you. So it give you an idea. That's what we need in the stomach to break the food down so that we're able to send it through the valve into the intestines as a liquid, literally as a liquid, which is why I have said to you before, we're supposed to drink our food and chew our drink. So that by drinking our food, we're allowing the stomach to coat it with the digestive, stomach acid, and then just move it on. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving. But what's happening is we're actually taking food in big particles. We're not chewing it effectively. We're drowning it in liquids. So we're diluting the digestive enzymes in our stomach, the stomach acid, but not to 7.4. So we're making this food now start to swim around in our stomach. We may have a weakness in the diaphragm from our altered breathing. The stomach can become too full, and any weak point it can find, it can push through that diaphragm wall, come up into the chest, and then that makes it much harder for the sphincter to stay closed. It opens back up, and now you've got this horrible burning pain. But even taking some muscle relaxant medication, ibuprofen, some of those medications can actually, over a period of time, can create that problem. So can pregnancy, because remember, you've got an occupancy issue. When the baby comes up out of the pelvic cavity into the stomach, everything's being pushed up. So that can create a problem, because that can push the stomach through the diaphragm wall. Being overweight can create a problem. Smoking, drinking lots of tea or coffee, alcohol or fizzy drinks can create a problem, as can certain fatty foods, bad fatty foods really, processed foods, mint, garlic, citrus fruits, tomatoes, chocolate. So that's quite a list there. These are the things that can create a problem. Eating your food late at night, laying down straight after you eat. All of these things create an environment that can be right for something like acid reflux and regurgitation. So if you're suffering these things, what you need to do is look at your nutrition and lifestyle habits. That's the first thing that you need to do, because that's the way in which you can reverse engineer and actually reverse the damage and get rid of that horrible pain and burning. What's really good to note is that if you drink a glass of water 15 minutes to half an hour before you eat, you create, you increase the digestive enzymes, within the body. You want to create what's known as a phallic response. A phallic response is, oh my God, I can't wait to eat the food, the aroma, the smell, it's lovely. And then when the plate is presented to you, because when you go to a restaurant, the plate is presented to you, the food is presented, it's not slapped on the plate, there you go. Because if it was served like that to you, you'd be like, what is this? So they serve it to you. So now you've got the food in front of you. You're supposed to look at that food. You've got these nice digestive enzymes. You're salivating. You've got this feeling going on inside of you. And then what we're supposed to do is cut the food, put it into the mouth, and be present when we're eating. Be present. And I mean by being present, I mean not talking to everyone around you, but like taking that food in. What's it taste like? What's the real taste? What's coming up in your mind? What's the texture of the food? How does it feel? Is it velvety? Is it rough? Is it, is it salty? You've got all these different things that should be happening. That helps with the digestive process. You put your knife and fork down, and I promise you, if you pile the plate the way you do at home usually, but you take each mouthful, you chew it until it liquefies so you can drink it literally, you won't finish what's on your plate because you will be full. That eye is bigger than the belly is a true statement because the stomach is really literally this little thing here. It's just that we stuff it and 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 stuff it. It just gets really big. And then the eye's bigger than the belly. We expand it. We eat, we drink. We eat, we drink. We eat, we drink. We dilute the digestive enzymes, and then everything starts swimming in the stomach. The stomach starts to get bloated. We've got a problem. But food can take up to 55 hours to transit through the body. So eating the same food and the same food groups over and over can overload. Finish eating, lay down as soon as you finish eating. That's a problem right there. If you're overweight as well, it's also a problem. So these things, this is not knocking anybody. It's just giving you an idea of all the variables that contribute to certain conditions that we find ourselves in. And if we want to be able to deal with acid reflux, then we have to look at the way in which we cook our food. So you might like spicy food, but if it's burning you, it doesn't like you. It's your body's trying to tell you something. And is it maybe because the stomach has actually pushed up through the diaphragm wall? What is your breathing like? Do you find that your breathing is really restricted? Can you breathe, expand and contract? Because everything goes through an expansion contraction phase, including the stomach, when you're eating. So tip number 1, drink a big glass of water 15 minutes to half an hour before you eat. Don't eat and drink at the same time. Don't dilute and make your food go swimming. It's dead, it's finished, it doesn't need to swim, right? Eat your food until it liquefies. Each mouthful, put the knife and fork down and chew each mouthful until it liquefies. Try to eat in an environment that is not got the white screens, our TVs. Try to eat in an environment where it's just about you and the food. And try to actually take that food in and enjoy each moment. Be present when you're eating your food. Wait half an hour until after you've eaten. Try to wait half an hour before you drink so you don't slow down that digestive process. Try to rotate, especially your dense meats and foods. Try to rotate them every 4 days so you're not overloading the stomach and you're allowing the body to digest it, extract what it needs and get rid of what it doesn't. So you're thinking about how you're eating, you're thinking about what you're eating, you're journaling, I eat this food, it has this reaction on me, so I'm going to take this food out of my diet. Do an elimination diet, take things out and see what happens, because that's the way in which you get rid of it. Also, if you chew your food until it liquefies, and you'll start to see a change in your abdominal shape because you haven't got the bloating. Half of people looking oversized is because they're bloated, because we're eating, drowning the food, drinking at the same time. So try to think about those things before you continue to do them and actually just make those small changes. And those small changes, if they make a massive change here, and they make a massive change here, then the change is worth keeping, aren't they? You don't lose anything other than pain and discomfort, but you might gain. For everything you lose, there's something to gain. So take something away that's bad, get something better, that's good. It's a win-win for you all the way through. So I really hope that helps. If you want to email me, it's pelvicsecrets@icloud.com. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, it's @pelvicsecrets. But I promise you, for those of you suffering with acid reflux, take the 7-day challenge. And the 7-day challenge is this: drinking that water half an hour before, being present with your food, thinking about the food and texture, getting excited about the meal that's coming, create the spallic response, get the digestive enzymes and the mouth-watering feeling before you actually dish up your food. Eat your food in a quiet environment, away from screens and Blu-ray lights. Don't take the oxygen from the stomach to the eyes. Keep it down here. Set the timer for 2 minutes after you finish eating. Breathe. Release. Try the expansion, contraction. Assist your digestion. Note how long it takes from eating, because after each meal we really should be having a potty train moment, visiting the toilet. So that allows us to know the digestives are working really well within an hour or 2 of eating. And see how you feel after a week. And let me know. If it works really well for you, you drop a few pounds, you get rid of a few pains, and you slim down here, then I know life is good for you. But until next week, remember you're fearfully and wonderfully made, blessed and highly favoured. Have a fantastic acid-free